Hello students, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another video from QuickStudy, and this video covers technology and business from topic 1.5, understanding external influences on businesses. And in this video, we'll learn about the different types of technology that is used by businesses such as e-commerce, social media, digital payment systems, as well as digital communications. And besides that, we'll also learn about how technology influences business activities in terms of sales, costs, and marketing mix. All right, so firstly, let's take a look at how technology impacts businesses. So you need to understand that technology impacts businesses through products and processes. Products are basically the things that customers buy, and they could be anywhere from a smartphone or the subscription that you are making payment for from Netflix probably. And processes involves how businesses uses technology to become more effective and efficient. An example could be how a delivery company might be using GPS to look for the most optimal delivery routes. And furthermore, I'd also like to say this, that Gordon Moore of Intel in 1965 actually came out with this law, which is also known as the Moore's Law, and it states that technology advances at double the rate. I mean, the rate of growth of technology doubles every 2 years. And this law predicted that there'd be rapid expansion and growth of technology over the decades to come. And this has actually happened, as we can see. However, the problem is technology drives innovation in products and processes, but the productivity in certain economies has not been a true reflection of how much technology has grown over the years. I mean, the productivity of the workers or the efficiency has not gone up as much as the level of progress that technology has made over the years. All right, now we are going to discuss the different types of technology that is used by businesses. First of all, we are going to talk about e-commerce. So what is e-commerce really? E-commerce means when you are buying or selling goods or services online as opposed to in-person transactions. And this is mostly done through websites, and in this day and age, it's mostly done through mobile applications. If I had to give you an example, Domino's reported in 2016 that almost 81% of all their sales was through e-commerce platforms, mostly through their mobile phone apps. And similarly, if I had to give you another example, when e-commerce is not really so much of a viable option, in 2016, the US airlines company JetBlue ordered 30 aircrafts from the European aircraft group Airbus. And this order for 30 aircrafts was potentially worth thousands of millions of dollars. And guess what? They are not going to make that payment or the purchase through online systems or e-commerce, right? Because an order worth that much requires fierce negotiations and discussions on the pricing or how the aircraft should look like. So in summary, what I can tell you is that yes, e-commerce serves as an amazing way to buy or sell goods or services, but its significance is actually, it varies through different industries. Now let's discuss a bit about the different advantages that e-commerce businesses will have. First of all, an e-commerce business has a low startup costs. Technically speaking, if you are an e-commerce business, you can actually start from your own home. You don't even need an office, you don't need to hire staff. And this is how a lot of people are actually involved in dropshipping businesses. They don't even have to stock whatever they're selling. They'll collect the order from the customer, get the product from someplace else, and then have it delivered to the customer, right? So you have low startup costs. Then another advantage of e-commerce businesses is the global reach. You can very easily reach a wide base of customers worldwide. And another advantage to e-commerce businesses is related to this global reach, which is scalability. You can actually grow as a business much quicker because you don't need to have as many office spaces, you don't need to hire as many people for your business, which allows you to grow really fast. And of course, then there is customer relationships. As an e-commerce business, it's quite easy for you to maintain good relationships with customers through the use of platforms like social media, right? Because it's a two-way communication system. Whatever you would like to let your customers know about, you can post it. Your customers can give you the feedback almost instantly. And that allows for a good communication system and helps build good relationships with your customers. All right, now let's discuss a few of the disadvantages that e-commerce businesses may have. The first one being that the market dominance issue. So there are a few companies such as Amazon or eBay, which are really good examples of how they dominate the entire e-commerce market, right? And they do not always really serve in the best interests of the customers because they'll often control the prices and the consumers won't really have as many options or choices. So consumers are sort of forced into buying from these companies. And another disadvantage with e-commerce businesses is the environmental impact. Since all of these deliveries are made through vehicles, all these high volume deliveries cause a lot of carbon emissions. Moreover, there are other issues with e-commerce businesses. So there are competition issues. And if you are a startup, you will have a really difficult time competing with other large dominant players like Amazon or eBay in the market, right? And of course, another problem with e-commerce businesses is that they will often exploit customers. And how do they really do this? So the thing is, sometimes customers will often might actually blackmail you into saying that you should say, for example, a customer has ordered a particular item off of your menu, and now they're saying that you should add something else with that. Otherwise, I'll probably give you a bad review on probably websites like TripAdvisors or other famous websites where other people will be able to see their reviews, right? Probably on Google. And because these customers are blaming you or blackmailing you into taking your goods and services for free, it puts you in a complicated position to deal with them, right? So another form of technology that businesses will often use is social media. And businesses use social media as a form of interactive communication process with their customers. So you will see a lot of the times brands or businesses who are collaborating with various celebrities or artists or influencers per se on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And they will use these people or brands to further promote their products, which is a really good thing because almost all people are on social media these days. And this is an amazing way for brands to reach out to a wider group of customers. However, the issue with using social media as a way of branding and promotion is that there is a thin line between how much transparent are you being about your advertising and promotion. You see, when you use traditional forms of promotional methods like using television or radio, you could easily separate the content from the sponsorships or the advertisements. However, on social media, it's quite difficult to do so. You won't ever really truly understand which post or which video was done in collaboration with a brand or which one was done entirely separately from a brand. Probably it's so brands will often try to keep their promotional techniques subtle to a larger extent because this is how advertising and promotion actually works, right? They want the idea to be subconsciously implanted into your thoughts or your memories or your brain so that you subconsciously order from them. They won't always show you things directly per se. All right, so another method of how a business uses technology is digital communication. And you need to understand that digital communication is not really limited to social media only, because email is actually still one of the most cost-effective ways for personalized one-on-one communications, right? Say, for example, a customer has an issue with with your particular product or service, and they can always reach out to the customer service representative for any issues. However, the problem is that these customer service representatives are not always experts or specialists with the kind of products or services your business is dealing with, because oftentimes a business will outsource their customer service operations to other low-wage countries solely with the idea to reduce on their costs. However, research has shown that this significantly reduces consumer confidence in the company, because when a customer actually comes to you with a specific issue and your customer service team is not really able to help them out effectively, your customer won't be as confident in you anymore. They will be much less likely to purchase from you again. And this way of reducing costs by outsourcing your customer service operations to a different country, this actually outweighs any benefits from reduced expenses. So payment systems or payment gateways is another way how business will use technology. And initially, when there were no e-wallets per se, PayPal was one of the very first electronic payments company that came out. They significantly reduced a lot of the concerns that people had with the security of their payment information. So now that PayPal was there, people were much more confident about buying things online because they could make payments seamlessly or without much less concerns and worries. And of course, there are other payment systems as well, such as electronic fund transfer, which allows you to make payments or make bill payments. Now, let's take a look at how technology affects business activity. So, technology impacts business activities in quite a few ways, but there are three main areas of focus that we are going to discuss right now. First of all, there is sales. So the sales process involves the product that you're selling and also the process in which you are selling it, right? So first of all, when we talk about the product, if I had to give you an example, after Sony had launched their PS4, it sold significantly more units in comparison to their PlayStation 3, the PS3, or the Xbox One from Microsoft, because due to technological advancements, their product has been so much better. The new PS4 is so much better in comparison to the previous versions. People have actually bought more units of it, right? This is how technology has caused more products to be sold. And of course, the process in itself, the way you sell a product is basically the process. Now, initially, when there were not a lot of options for online food delivery services, there was only so much sales that a restaurant was able to make. But due to the onset of online food delivery systems, and as more and more people got used to delivering food, restaurants saw a significant increase in their sales because as people were coming in to dine in, a lot of people were also ordering food as takeaways or for home deliveries, right? And this is how technology has helped improve both the product and the process in terms of sales. All right, now let's take a look at how technology impacts business costs. So when we talk about business costs, there are two types of costs, right? There are fixed costs, then there are variable costs. Now, when we're talking about fixed costs, if I had to give you an example, you could take it as advertising. So when we use traditional modes or methods of advertising, it may include television. So when we use an advertisement for our product or service on television, what happens is this sort of promotion is sort of unfocused because you don't really always exactly reach the people that you would like to reach. Say, for example, you are selling Saga holidays and teenage people or younger audience are not really your target customers, and your television advertisement probably airs at 3 p.m. and alongside your target customers, there are other people who are not your target customers who are also watching the television advertisement at 3 p.m. Now, is that a good thing for you? Definitely not, because you are spending way much more money for your promotion to reach your target audience. But thanks to the internet and technology, now the onset of digital marketing has significantly improved this targeting methods for businesses because digital marketing allows a business to target exactly the kind of people that they want to target. By collecting data on their users or customers, they're able to make personalized advertisements for their target audiences, right? And another example of how a business reduces their variable costs using technology is that by getting the option to choose from a wide pool of suppliers. So initially, when technology was not as advanced, you did not have as many options for supplies as well. If you have to purchase raw materials, you have to physically go to all these different locations to look at all these different materials and then negotiate on the prices with the suppliers. But thanks to technology and because of the internet, it's much easier for businesses to look across various websites and compare between different materials or suppliers that a business wants. Now, let's talk a bit about how technology impacts your marketing mix. So, as we have already discussed before, your marketing mix includes your product, price, promotion, and place, right? So, first off, let's start with the product. How does technology impact your product? Of course, due to technological advancements, you are now able to add way much more features or other things that significantly enhances the value of the product or services that you're providing, right? And when it comes to the price, the thing is, it's much easier for people today to compare the prices of different kinds of products across different websites. So businesses should be way much more aware today than they were before when they're setting the prices for their products. And then we have the promotion. So as we have already discussed before, promotional techniques over the years have changed as more and more businesses today use digital marketing to target their customer base. Their cost per customer acquisition has significantly reduced, and businesses basically achieve a much better ROI when they are spending money on digital advertising as opposed to traditional methods of advertising. And of course, then we have the fourth P of the marketing mix, which is the place, which is essentially the distribution system. And definitely, technology has significantly improved your distribution channels as well, because you don't really have to rely on a physical shop entirely to distribute your goods or services. You can have an online presence, which allows you to cater to the needs of a wider customer base at lower costs too. All right, now here are some final thoughts about the impact of technology on businesses. So first of all, what you need to understand that technology is constantly going to evolve. However, technology doesn't really change drastically. You see, the production process for baked beans 30 years ago is still the same today. But what you need to do is basically stay ahead of the competitors, because staying ahead allows you to charge a higher price and break even faster, right? And at the same time, staying ahead can help you establish a competitive edge in the market, right? And it is the same advanced technology that can allow you to make better products or serve your customers better and much faster. And in summary, what I am trying to tell you is that not all technological changes are actually groundbreaking. However, staying ahead of all these technological changes can greatly increase your business's profitability and sustainability. All right, students, with that, we are towards the very end of this chapter. And to give you a short recap, this is what we have covered in this video so far. We have talked about the different types of technology that a business uses, such as e-commerce, social media, digital communication, and payment systems. Furthermore, we have also discussed a bit about how technology impacts business activity in terms of businesses' sales, costs, and marketing mix. And students, with that, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. And if you've liked this video, do subscribe to our channel, since we post regularly on different topics and subjects that can help you ace your GCSEs. And of course, for more information on our online tutoring services, you can visit our website at www.quickstudy.uk. Thank you.